Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Near Protocol. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Jumping into the daily chart, we've set up this Fibonacci retracement from the top in March this year to the bottom in October last year. And we had this level 0.382 on the Fib sitting at $3.86. This was an amazing opportunity to dollar cost average into Near Protocol 3 times, once in August, once in September, and once in November. I think we even had a wick here. Yeah, that was still September. So we held the 0.382 for the most part. We also had a falling wedge just over here. Now this is a bullish continuation falling wedge because it's found within an uptrend. So usually you'd find a falling wedge somewhere down here, right? Somewhere over here you'd find a falling wedge, then you break out, and that's your bullish reversal pattern. But this is a bullish continuation pattern because this pattern just helps the price continue in its original direction, which is to the upside. That's why it's a bullish continuation pattern. So we broke out, we came back down to retest this low from September, and from that retest, we're already up 35%. One could look at this as also a double bottom pattern. You could do that, of course. So from the neckline over here to the bottom of the double bottom pattern, we can take that and place it at the potential breakout point, which doesn't really matter because it's a horizontal trend line. We're looking at roughly $9, which coincidentally is the top from this March move in 2024, just around 7 months ago, or I should say 8 months ago. And that would be your target from this pattern. From the current prices, you're looking at 90% to the upside. From the bottom in November, you'd be looking at 157% to the upside. This is how easy it is to make money during a bull market. This is a mid-cap project, or I would say this is a, is it past 2 billion? I think it's past yeah, it's around 4 billion actually. So this is a high cap altcoin at this point by my estimation. So I would say anything past 3 billion is a high cap. So this is sitting at 4.7 billion. If we were to get to, let's say, $20, which is the previous all-time high, that would put us at around $20 billion of market cap. If we're looking at any higher prices, it would be 1-to-1. So $30 would mean we're sitting at a $30 billion market cap, and so on and so forth. So in terms of this structure, we're looking very bullish because we are printing higher highs and higher lows. This is your low. This is your higher low. This is another higher low. Here we have a high. We have a higher high. Once again, we have a higher high over here. Then you had this retracement wave, short-term retracement wave, and then we're breaking out from here, and we're going to be continuing this uptrend. Now, in order for us to be bullish, we want to be breaking past this, and we want to have we'll probably have a few retests back and forth. We're not going to be able to do it on the first go. That's a possibility because there's going to be a lot of selling pressure there, potentially because there were some people buying at $9 back in March and they want to be taking profits, or they want to get out without any profits or any loss, break even. Or the other option is, of course, we blast through that level and we start pumping like crazy. But we're not going to assume that's what's going to happen because we like to stay conservative here on the channel. So the daily RSI also is showing us that we're seeing a pretty significant move to the upside. I would say if you're looking to get into Near Protocol, now is one of your last opportunities before we leave the $4 to $3 range. And I'm not saying we'll never, ever come back down to those prices, but I'm saying that the markets are flipping very bullish. You want to be careful because if you wait for a little too long, you might just miss out on buying these cheaper prices. From the local top in March, we're still down approximately 47%. So it's still not a horrible entry. It's not as good as it was down here in August or in September, but it's an entry nonetheless. potentially, you know, a 10x entry here for you. You could still expect a 10x, I believe, at $4.75. I would say between $40 to $50, we have a really good chance of hitting those prices within this bull market. So let's remove that fib because we don't need it anymore, at least at the moment. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up a Fibonacci from the bottom in August to the top there in March. And we're going to be targeting the 1.618 after we break this local top at $9. So that is going to be your technical target. And that's sitting at $17.55. So we can round it up to $17.50. Again, once we break past $9, that's what we're going to be targeting. So from there, or from where we are rather, to the 1.618 target, we have a 265% trade at our hands. I think this is a pretty good trade for anyone, especially if you're putting in significant amounts of money. You could make some good money even with a 3x. It depends on the money you put into the project. So full disclosure, by the way, I do have Near Protocol. We were buying in during the bear market. I think my average is around $1.50 at the moment. And we did not sell here in March. We held through this retracement because we knew what was ahead of us. We were staking and still are staking on the Ledger Live app. So we're earning that passive income, and we're just hoping that Near Protocol continues this uptrend. As of right now, it looks like that's the plan. I do want to switch over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon. If you're interested in getting more exclusive content, you want to support me as a creator, and you like what you're seeing here on YouTube and you want more, feel free to check out the Patreon. That's definitely a place for you. There's a 7-day free trial, which means you can get access to all of my content since the inception of the page. So that means you get podcasts, low cap gems, technical analysis, project reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We try to do posts there on a daily basis. We cover airdrops and a lot of stuff that we don't really cover on YouTube because we don't have as much time. And of course, because patrons get more stuff and more content. And if you're interested in that, the link is down below in the description. Thank you all. Let's continue on with the video. Taking a look at the weekly and more of the macro picture for Near Protocol. We just concluded wave 2. Again, we don't have the confirmation of that, but that's what it's looking like. We want to start breaking past this September local top, and then that'll be our first signal that the downtrend has concluded. As of right now, we're trying to break above the weekly 20 EMA. Once we can solidify above that, which is the yellow line over here, once we can solidify above the 20 EMA, which means we want to be bouncing off of it as support as we're going up, because this is your essentially your support trend line for the entire bull market. Once you break below that, that is your signal for the bear market, which was exactly what happened back here in May 2022. You printed a bearish divergence on the weekly at that moment, I believe. If we quickly go back in history, actually no, we did not print a bearish divergence. Okay, a lot of projects did, but Near Protocol seemingly did not. So we're looking for this wave 3 at the moment. That is our expectation. This wave 3 could potentially take us, up to $30, $35, maybe $40. Who knows how bullish we can get. But it seems that the altcoin season is creeping up, and projects can be doing 5 to 10x moves in a matter of weeks or days, depending on the market cap. So keep that in mind. Of course, I'm not saying we're going to $100 here for Near Protocol, even though technically that is possible, $100 billion market cap. But in my opinion, in my estimate, that's just a little too much. So I'm going to try to stay conservative, and we're targeting $45 and $68 as our absolute bull market top. So if we get to $68 here, which is the 1.414, I would say you want to be selling. You don't want to be, you You don't want to see what happens if you hold, because if it crashes, then you're losing all of this potential profit that you have. So make sure to take profits along the way. You want to be securing your profits along the way and not trying to catch the absolute top. Those who try to do this will end up losing their money, and they're going to sell all the way down here after the next bear market crash. And yes, there will be another bear market. There are some people saying there won't be, but trust me, your altcoins will see a 60 to 90% correction once again, just like we had seen that back in 2022 into 2023. Taking a look at the oscillators here. So the stochastic just recovered from the oversold. We're sitting in the middle, seemingly trying to reverse midway through and have a move to the upside. If you're looking to swing trade this thing, you can also target $6.41 from the current area. That would provide you with a 36% move to the upside. The stochastic would probably be in the overbought at that point, which is anywhere above the index of 80. The RSI here, the relative strength index, is still doing fine. No like major moves at the moment. Yes, we have a little bit of a bounce off of that white trend line, but nothing major. Once we break out of that triangle there, we could be looking at a pretty strong impulsive move to the upside. And again, we're breaking out of this channel down pattern, which I don't think we discussed yet. So this channel down pattern we've been in since May 2024. We had multiple bounces back and forth. It seemed like we were breaking out here in October, but we dumped back into it. So what we want to do right now is we want to have a strong breakout. We want to see a good volume candle coming in, because we want to make sure that this is a proper breakout. If there is no volume coming in and we have a breakout, then that means this is not a solid breakout. This is a fake out, right? We're going to come back down into the pattern just like we did over here. Even though there was some volume, but we want to see a bigger candle. So hopefully this is going to, or the next candle that we have opening up on Monday is going to be bigger than the previous one and will confirm our breakout. And then your super confirmation, right? Your ultimate confirmation is going to be the break above $9. That's when you know you're extremely bullish. But of course, if you wait until that, you're going to be missing out on some potential profit. That should be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what are your thoughts and opinions on Near Protocol. Where do you see this project going in 2025? Stay safe and take care.